Thousands of people in North and South Carolina continue to struggle to get their prescription medications.
Queen City News Chief Business Correspondent Taylor Young has been following the story for us. And Taylor, there's been some updates to this.
There has. So over the last 48 hours, we have seen multiple reports that the group behind this cyber attack has received a massive chunk of money, $22 million, that look a lot like a ransom payment. However, the company that was attacked by this group has not come out to confirm whether or not they are behind this transaction or if they have paid a ransom. So that is something that we're going to continue keeping an eye on. But that company is Change Healthcare. And while you may not have heard of it before all of this went down, it is a juggernaut in the healthcare industry. The prescription processing company acts as the middleman between pharmacists and insurers. Now, according to its website, it processes 15 billion transactions every year. So there's a lot at stake here. Not only are patients struggling to get their medications, but there's also a concern over what information these cyber criminals have access to and what they're going to do with it.
That might put a little more pressure on them to pay the ransom. But if you can restore quickly, that gives the breached company a little more leverage to not pay that ransom or to drive it down if they have to go that route. And then you get into if you're going to pay ransom, are you supporting terrorism, the ethical concerns with that?
Now, this is something that we see actually quite often there with these cyber attacks and the ransoms. How often are the ransoms actually paid, though?
Yeah, so companies, of course, do everything they can to avoid this. They don't want to give money, millions of dollars in some cases to these groups, but sometimes it is unavoidable, especially when we're talking about sensitive information like what patients might have at pharmacies or hospitals. And according to data from 2023, around 70% of businesses worldwide have paid a ransom to get back their data. But of course, as Tom mentioned in our interview, there is that ethical dilemma there, that question. So it's definitely a sticky situation to be in.
I'm curious what the Charlotte pharmacists, what do they have to say about it? You've been in contact with them. What are they saying?
Yeah, so they, of course, have heard about the reports of the ransom being paid, but they say as of last night, nothing has changed on their end. So their systems are still down. We know that they are starting to head into the office now, so we will be getting some updates in the next maybe 30 minutes or so. But just to reiterate how this is impacting people, I've been speaking with the pharmacist at Oakhurst Pharmacy, and he says about 15% of his patients are being impacted by this. And he expects other pharmacies who maybe have an older group of clientele to have an even higher impact rate. So they're either having to pay hundreds of dollars more for medications because that copay coupon is not working, or they're choosing to hold off on their medications altogether until this system comes back on.